Christian Weston Chandler, or Chris-Chan, is the creator of Sonichu, a combination of Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu the Pokemon. From 2004 to 2009, Chris wrote and hand-drew his own comic book series based on Sonichu and his pals, which he published to the internet. In 2007, someone on Encyclopedia Dramatica, a wiki-type site cataloging the most ridiculous things the internet has to offer, came across one of Chris's comics and posted it for the whole site to see. The campaign of trolling that resulted proved to be twisted and incredibly complex, and was chronicled with a level of detail usually reserved for serial killers and accountants. Posing as a huge cast of characters, girls who wanted to date Chris, Nintendo executives wanting to buy the game rights to his comic, devoted fans, romantic rivals trying to steal his current sweetheart, and more. The trolls were able to insert themselves into every aspect of his life. Every interaction was documented, every video transcribed. A wiki that currently has 1,400 articles was created entirely about Chris, ironically located at Sonichu.com. With this kind of personal access to him and meticulous record-keeping, the trolls were able to dig deeper and deeper into the frankly baffling history and psyche of Christian Weston Chandler. What they found, and what he volunteered, confused and intrigued them. This is not a film to poke fun at Chris. There will inevitably be funny moments. The story is just too ridiculous to avoid a giggle here and there. However, that's not the focus of our film. In the same vein, this is not a movie to glorify the trolls who did these things either. It is simply our attempt to tell as much of this story as we can, with as even a keel as possible. Our goal is to interview as many of the people who puppeteered Chris as possible. From the girls who went on fake dates with him for footage and information, to the guy who hacked into his PlayStation and YouTube accounts to hold them hostage, the guy who pretended to be Chris to Chris's frustration, and more. We also intend to go to Chris's hometown of Ruckersville, Virginia, and interview people from his life. The girl he scared away with crude sexual drawings that he posted to the internet. The youth pastor that stood up for him for years, but eventually succumbed to the trolls herself. And the owner of the local game store that put out a restraining order on him. There are just so many characters that play a part in this story, and with your help, we can talk to all of them. In the end, this movie is about a man who didn't know any better than to not feed the trolls. About parents who were too old and unprepared to deal with a child with autism. About a group of people who were so fascinated by a man that they brought him to the brink of ruin. About the complexity and depth a cyberbullying campaign can have, and its resounding effect through an entire small town. We believe that by bringing this story out of the dark niche it currently occupies on the internet, that we can take the power of the trolls away, once and for all.